yo, started from the bottom of the barrel, New York down to the Thames. See, I got on the apparel, champion hood check, Yankee for the check, done so much for rap. They wanna thank me in the rack, kept boom bap alive. I hustled in the ghetto with goons that survive, real fathers that provide, break barriers trying to reach farther than the skies. I thought there was.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, what's really hood? It is your boy Bodie in the motherfucking building. Listen, now this one I'm excited to talk about for two reasons. One, because we keep touching on it in little segments of what we do. Y'all already know I dropped one. I'm going to drop it again. But, you know, AB, he started his own show, Underground Rundown. Y'all know y'all got to check it out. He's going to do all the reviews for the MLW shows. I'm going to talk what I want to talk once again. But the F.B.I. comes back, right? So you're like, okay, you know, you see Nunzio, you see the Ray Jazz kid, it looks really good, you know, pause. But now, hear me out. We keep saying this because it's true. At this point, I would really rather see Nunzio put a suit on and be a manager, get another young Italian cat in there, and let them be F.B.I. Build them from either Brooklyn or Queens. You know, Queens got a big, you know, history of that mob shit. So you definitely could run it back with Queens, or you could do it in Brooklyn, you know, with Star Luciano and all that other stuff. But at this point, I think that Nunzio would be such a dope, like, Godfather kind of role to it. Like, you know, he comes out, looks all sharp, does the whole, you know, mob thing and everything else. Let these guys be F.B.I. You know what I'm saying? Because is it cool to see you know, Nunzio's getting up there in age. You know, you seen him in ECW, you seen him in I think he might have even been WWF before they had the E. You know what I mean? Like, so he's been around the game for a long time, and I'd rather see, which he can still go. Ain't nobody shitting on Nunzio. You know, that's dead. No one's shitting on him. But bring in some new flavor and let him talk. Let him kind of guide them. You know what I mean? Like, be the head of that group. And you have the two young guys who you could start projecting going forward. I mean, kind of like how you had LAX with Conan. Conan came in. Obviously, you know, we know Conan could talk. You know, did his thing. LAX 5150. They looked good for a while. You know, who knows what happened, and they left. But they were hot. You know what I mean? The crowd loved them. F.B.I., you could do the same thing. You know, I mean, let's face it. The tag division is kind of wonky right now in MLW. You know, you have SST, who are amazing. You know, you got Lance and Juicy. They're going to dominate for a while because they're special. You know what I mean? We're going to see two guys that, if you don't know the independents well, you might not know their work like that, even though these guys are sick with it. And then I think we don't even know what's going on with Hustle and Power. You got the Billington Bad Boys, who kind of on the fence. I think both of these young cats need to put some weight on because they look real small to be called professional wrestlers. Obviously, they can wrestle with anybody. They're super talented guys. You know what their bloodline is. They come from that pedigree. But you got to put more weight on. Like, if I feel like if I jump on a train or a bus and I could ask, excuse me, my man, can you walk and you look like a regular 9-to-5 worker and you don't look like a wrestler, it kind of defeats the purpose of wrestling. You know what I mean? I'm not saying everybody got to look like Brock Lesnar or nothing like that, but, I mean, come on. And then after that, you have, I can't even think what other tag teams you got. You know what I mean? Like, an F.B.I. So, I think right now you might have Mr. Thomas and the big homie Alex Kane. They might be a tag team, but I'm not sure what they're doing because Alex Kane got to be a singles guy. He's too important, too good to put in the tag division. So, with the F.B.I., you bring another young cat. You let Nunzio, like I said, be the face of it. Let him talk. You bring them up. All of a sudden, you got a young core where you're like, holy shit. Lance and Juicy, they're young. F.B.I., you bringing up the young guy, they could be real young. You know what I'm saying? So the Billington Bad Boys are super young. So there's so many opportunities to have, but it's got to be done right because I think the fans like a great product coming in. Like, they want to see something that looks established, official, because it has to be work that, you know, a lot of fans, they're fair weather fans. They expect a high expectation of things right off the rip. So, but for the real fans, they understand, they enjoy watching, you know, the making of something. And if you could revisit that F.B.I. but make it mad official, you know what I'm saying? Like, really touch on that mafia thing. Like, let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they come in and they do, they talk like it's fugazi, forget about it, like the gabagoo and all that other stuff. That they really touch into that Italian culture, but they keep it, not the Italian culture in the kitchen, but they keep it that Italian culture, what was made in Sicily, came over and everything else. It'll hit right. You know what I'm saying? You hit a demographic like LAX hit a demographic. You hit another demographic that people, even of any, color, race, whatever. Listen, 50 Cent said it best. America got a thing for this gangster shit. They love it. And that's facts. You bring that into wrestling, it's a hit. Court, I know you're listening, baby. Do what you got to do. For myself, the big homie, 8 Beans, I'm out of here. Deuces.